Hello everybody, some kind of cyborg here bringing you another Elden Ring video. Today's video is going to include some geographical spoilers for virtually every stage of the game. There won't be any bosses shown, but there will be a few enemies and locations. For too long have the blacksmiths of Souls games held the monopoly on affinity infusions. Why should we have to brave the perils of the land to acquire not only our weapons, but the materials, the runes, while they sit comfortably back at home, swinging their hammer at the only adversary they're ever likely to face, an inert piece of metal? They have grown complacent, their customer service skills long forgotten.
Hand that ember to me. Right now, you imbecile.
What if I offered you an alternative, Brave Tarnished? A way to break the cycle and forge your own destiny. Today, I'm putting the Whetstone Blades and the power back in your hands. Whetstone Blades are tools used at sites of grace that allow us to do what only blacksmiths were capable of in previous Soul games. They allow us to infuse our weapons with affinities that are better tailored to complement our stats. Quality, for example, evens out the strength and dex scaling, whereas heavy removes other scalings to buff strength entirely. Through tailoring our affinities, we gain a greater value from having our characters specced out in particular ways. Well, cyborg, that's all well and good, but when I slot an Ash of War, it only gives me a measly couple of options. What use is strength scaling when I put all of my point into brain power? To those people I simply ask, what if there were more? I've got all your scalings covered. Bleed and poison build-up for the sneakier amongst rapscallions. Sacred and lightning scaling for my holy boys. And let's not forget occult, magic, and cold for those brainiac spellslingers who might actually have to hit something with a sword at some point, though probably not. Where can you get all these options? Over the course of this video, I'm going to show you exactly where, so you can get the most from your hard-earned rune investments. Starting off, we're going to grab the Iron Wet Blade. This one's going to give you the additional choice of heavy, keen, and quality when you're slotting in your Ash of War. To grab it, you're going to need to be at Stormvale Castle. Once you've unlocked the Rampart Tower Site of Grace, it's an absolute doddle, and if you haven't, it's basically the exact same set of steps. Go into the room with the corpse-themed decorations swinging from the ceiling, and face the painting at the far side of the room. From there, go left, then swing another immediate left, and you'll come across a fog wall with an imp statue. Use a key, head on down, watch out for the two axe-wielding dudes, and grab it from the corpse before the fire. Simple stuff. Next off, we're going to grab the Glintstone Wetblade. To grab this one, you must have beaten Godric and gained access to the Academy. This one you're going to find inside Rhea Lucaria Academy itself. From the Debate Parlour Site of Grace, head on down to the main courtyard. There will be a stone fountain, and to the immediate left of that, a slope you can ascend. Do so and run past the gathered crowd into a small room. On your immediate right, draped over a balcony, you're going to find your Glintstone Wetblade. The third one is going to be in the Red Kylid lands to the east, inside Redmane Castle. This one can be a bit finicky, as there are a bunch of different states that you can find the castle in, and depending on the state, doors may or may not be open. The safest bet here is to beat Radahn, and then go speak to the festival announcer in the cathedral near the lift to the boss fight. Once you've done that, fast travel to the chamber outside the plaza Site of Grace and head out the door toward the festival. There might now be a boss fight versus a Crucible Knight and one of those misbegotten, Full Metal Alchemist Chimera dudes. Beat those and fast travel to the same Site of Grace. The castle should now be populated with enemies and the doors open. It wouldn't be a Souls game if it weren't convoluted as all hell. From that Site of Grace, go out the southern door and pitch an immediate right. Run past the flame dudes, and it's optional whether you want to get hit here or not, and continue following the path. Run past the Iron Maiden and into the doorway facing you. Watch out for the dude lying in ambush. And in here, you're going to find your red hot Wetblade. Now, we're going to head to Nokron. Proceed to the point where you've unlocked the Ancestral Woods Site of Grace, and from there we're going to engage in a little bit of platforming. Jump down, and then jump to the ledge of the next building. Follow it around to the right, and then jump down again. Jump across the dome, and 2 silver tears will spawn. Deal with those, and then get on the ledge to the southeast. Follow it forwards, and cross the broken arch, and dive through the left window. In front of a large altar, you'll find your Blackstone Wet Blade. Finally, we have the Sanctified Wet Blade. I'm going to speedrun this on screen now so you know exactly where to head. Just giving directions isn't enough here, I think. Run down here and past the little marshmallow maidens. Once you're approaching the end, jump off onto the set of stairs, head down, and immediately jump off to the rooftops. Scarper your way across them until you get to a stagecoach at the end. Jump off that and then head down the street. A minor air tree boss will spawn in, ignore it, and head through the doorway on its right to grab a Sight of Grace. Rest there to despawn the boss and then continue down the street toward the grand archway up the stairs. Maneuver your way through the mobs and into the large building there. Run through the front doors and then the door at the top right and go through the corridors to grab a Sight of Grace. Rest there and head back out the front door. Head around, keeping the building on your right until you come to a sunken wooden structure. Jump atop one, then the other, and head into the building over the broken stone wall. Down the corridor and on your left, where the blacksmith usually sits, you'll find your very own Sanctified Wet Blade. And there you have it, folks. All the Wet Blades are now in your possession, allowing you to slot ashes with a widely increased availability of affinity. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribe if you would like to see more Elden Ring content. Until the next one, folks, take care and have a good one. Peace.